What's up, everybody? You are tuning into Horizontal Refreshments, another episode, and it's going to be a good one. This is the wettest podcast around, if you didn't know already. And once again, I am Jamal.
I'm Donnie. We're going to keep it in order, even though bitch stole my seat. But I'm Donnie.
And I'm Brett.
Yes, and we're going to get into a lot of good stuff today. How everybody doing today on this? It's kind of cold outside.
It was nice to me today, actually.
It was nice in the morning and afternoon.
I think to me it was nice in the
Right, we got a studio audience today.
Right.
Oh shoot. Oh, that was the high one.
Right.
So our studio audience just
we heard ourselves in the background. But no, to me it was in the middle of the day because like I remember stepping out at like 4 and it was nice to me. I don't know. It was maybe because I had my coat on, I didn't have it zipped and I was fine.
Yeah. It started off extremely cold for me because I get up and out at like 4 a.m. But by the time I was on my lunch break, I was like, shit, I was coming off a couple layers. Like, wait a minute,
right.
Somebody's got to come off.
No, my Lyft driver this morning was like, he felt like it was going to be a nice day because he was like, when I woke up, I started Ubering at 4 a.m. It was 5 degrees. Mm-hmm. And he picked me up for work at like 8:20 something and it was 23. And then it felt like it was almost 40.
It got to 30 something.
To me, it felt like it was 40 to the point I checked. I was like, it's only 33. It feels nicer than that. But maybe I was just layered up.
Was that Snowkey melting? I'm cool.
Well, no, because the day before yesterday, that
it was 9.
It was cold as hell. And I walked to the store. I've never been so irritated in my life to walk to the store. I went grocery shopping and I should have waited today till I had a vehicle to do it, but I wanted groceries yesterday.
Did you walk to the store?
Yes. Well, I walked back from the store.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what? So, actually, I did walk to the gas station for some wraps. I was like, had to make it happen, Captain.
I won't lie. I'm the type of person, like, when I want stuff, I want it now, and I'm very independent. So it's like, I'm not going to wait.
You walk fast as fuck, so I know it wasn't that much, that long of a walk. Because I was just talking about him just when he got here. Like, ooh, if I don't know your speed walking ass.
Yeah, it was a time before I even had, like, well, I had dreads before and I cut them. So this is during the time
I remember.
I had a low cut. And my cousin picked me out of a crowd. She saw me walking. And she was like, Akeem.
What you do, flip your hair?
No, I didn't have any.
Oh, you cut it.
So it was funny that you mentioned that because for a minute when I first cut it, I used to still try to do it. Like,
well, that's
with nothing, just air.
Right. And I'm like, oh,
I was so mad at you the first time you cut your. I took that very personal.
A lot of people did. Nobody wanted
we grew that hair together.
But it's been 3.5 short years, and when I had them that time, it was 7 years, and I'm already just a tad bit shorter than it was in those 7 years. So. I think this time next year, the first time, but you couldn't tell by the length.
You had a miracle grow.
Well, first of all, my hair grows slow anyway. But then on top of that, I was dyeing it like all the time, like every couple months. And that's why this time I'm trying to be intentional about the colors I choose and dyeing it maybe once a year. So this is about a year old, and I'm gonna switch it up soon.
No color.
Yep, and I'm not saying.
Oh,
all right.
Well, not on here.
That's that.
It'll be a surprise when I do it. I like I said, I am intentional and I am aware of the space I am in life, and it's headed in a more professional realm of things. So it won't be anything too crazy, but it might be a little interesting.
That's why I like wigs, so I can like be unprofessional on the weekends. Like, see me on the weekend, I got like blue hair or some shit.
So I was already thinking about what I wanted to be for Halloween this year. Wow. And I'll be trying to plan ahead. And I was, because I need my hair to be green for what I want to do. And there's this spray. So if I want to spice it up on the weekend, or dye it black for the week,
Black pretty cute. So is your hair natural, like dark brown then?
No, my hair is sandy brown. So I don't know if you remember. I mean, sandy red. I'm sorry. So I don't know if you remember this. I don't think he was outside of recess when it was. Everybody was like, "Why you got a patch of red hair?" Because the way the sun was hitting it. But
was it during the time I was hiding underneath the slide because you told me that you saw some people on Judge Judy?
I don't know what she's talking about. You caused the accident, so she caused an accident, so she needed
I technically caused the accident, I guess, quote unquote. And he told me he saw the people on Judge Judy trying to blame everything on me. So being a young child, I called myself hiding at recess because I just knew they was looking for me.
It's funny because as an adult, that it's so funny because as an adult that makes zero sense. That makes zero sense because for them to be on Judge Judy so quickly and for it to air so fast.
Like
I know that's what I was like.
As
adults, that makes no sense. Like,
right, that's why I just be looking at you because he's done that like our whole entire lives.
No, the funniest time I got them was when, in my opinion, one of the funniest times. I always used to be joking around, but we used to write songs and had this little group or whatever. And I was like, I wrote this song. I need y'all to hear this song. So they was like, okay, what is it? I'm like, okay, these are the words. Oh boy, you're looking like you like what you see. Would you come over and check up on it? I'm gonna let you work it. So I sang the whole Beyonce, and they was like, "Oh my God, that's fire!" They started writing verses to go with the hook and everything.
He really had us for a minute.
They did because I heard it before them.
I started coming up with choreography and everything. Like
that is a hit. Oh my God!
I was ready. Okay, I was ready, and I was pissed.
But it was funny because I think it was Lauren who called you. Because she heard it on V100 used to do the new jam of the day or something like that.
And that bitch used to win all the contests on V100.
Yes.
And shit.
So Lauren was like, bitch, why I just hear the song again? They beat me up the next day in school.
Definitely jumped his ass.
Yeah, they definitely was hitting me with notebooks and folders and stuff.
I was pissed. I was so mad at him.
Right.
Were you a singer in the group? Or were you
We all was singing. Child, I have digressed.
No, he sang. He didn't need to try to rap.
We have retired.
Well, speaking of singing and music, and
it's called Horizontal Refreshments, cousin.
Somebody looking on there on the line, but yeah, let's get into the sound of music.
I didn't share this yet. Oh my goodness.
Wait, you want to give them the itinerary first, so my people know what they viewing in on? If in case
the segment or
the whole itinerary.
So,
bitch, you know I'm not.
Well, people who are watching on all different platforms, if you don't know, this is Horizontal Refreshments, the wettest podcast around, and we about to get into some good stuff, talking about all things, all sex, and we're about to get into our first little segment, which is the sound of music, and we are talking about the one and only Lady Gaga, and her album Chromatica.
I like saying her name, Lady Gaga. We are discussing Lady Gaga. And,
is that how you say her name for real?
That's when I'm trying to be funny, yes. Ooh. I like saying Lady Gaga.
All right. Well.
But shut up. But no, so this was a pleasant surprise to me. I actually enjoy Lady Gaga's album more than Jasmine Sullivan's. I will say that. And I had held off listening to both of their albums because I was underwhelmed by the lead singles. So Stupid Love for Lady Gaga was a no for me. Yes. But I did love Rain on Me, but I think I kind of contributed that to my my love for Ariana Grande. So I didn't really feel the need to check out the album. I had heard Sour Candy like bits and pieces on the internet. I know that was a song that leaked way before the album came out, but I will say that there were a few songs I do want to say stood out to me. My favorite one is 1,000 Doves, just off the lyrics alone, because like the lyrics talk about,
I do remember that one.
Yeah, and that one is like kind of like about love, and I'm always interested in songs, and I listen to the lyrics first too. Sometimes the beat doesn't even matter if the lyrics resonate with me. So I loved that one. I didn't like that song with Elton John because all I heard was Lion King. Every time I hear him sing, I just hear, "Can you feel
the
love tonight?" Hey, Mimi. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't like that song, and I didn't like. Well, I downloaded it because I feel like when I'm silly, I'll listen to it. But I didn't like Babylon either.
I love that.
It did bring out it did give me like if I'm being extra gay in my room one day, like I might just
walk a mile,
start voguing down.
Like it's a fashion show. It gives me very
wait, which friend party was that when we was all voguing?
The Christmas exchange.
That was the Christmas exchange.
I had a battle. Yeah.
Ooh, child, that night. So many things.
Did you vote?
Did I who?
Did you vote that night?
Yes.
Oh, did I?
We all did.
Yeah.
The entire house
I called
did.
everybody out. It was
Everybody did.
And then it ended up being Stefan and
well, for a second there, he was teaching us too.
Because
he told me I was doing it wrong.
Jamal.
Stefan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know I was doing it wrong. It wasn't about that. I
definitely was doing it wrong.
I really didn't give it a.
But yeah, I
left it to the professionals. That's why it ended up being y'all two in the end. Damn
better than me. I'm a person who I can fake stuff really well, so I can make it seem like I probably know how to vote better than I actually do.
Oh well. Could have fooled me, Chad. Yeah. I know what you can do is twerk. I've seen it.
That I practice.
But
I love. I mean, I think I'm gonna say most. I think for me and Donnie are Gaga fans.
Okay, so I like her, but I forgot that was the album he was doing. So I didn't listen. It was sad. Sorry.
It's okay because Jamal and I were talking one day too, and we were thinking that sometimes we do these album reviews. We can do albums from like 1994 if we want to. Like,
any album,
I would love that because I still have to remember though.
And I was just gonna say I like Lady Gaga. I'm never really disappointed with anything she does. There's different things that I like more than others, but I did like Chromatica. I thought it was a good little comeback for her. I thought it was a good comeback into kind of the Gaga that we knew. So you still saw the growth, but you also still saw the kind of the weird stuff, because she was doing Joanne and then kind of the stuff kind of that was different from anything we knew. So I liked going back to big platform shoes and weird videos and concepts and stuff like that. So,
but it wasn't like now it's not over the top. I like it in more smaller doses. Like even her dress to the inauguration, it was dramatic and over the top, but it still fits. It didn't look like if she would have worn that damn meat dress.
Right. That's what she would have did 10 years ago.
Right. I would have been like woman.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, I like Alice.
I love Alice.
Hi.
Yes, I love Alice.
That's where she says Dallas.
Yeah, I had to get the lyrics as I was listening to it. But also I can't believe because I got the songs I downloaded more than half the album. I cannot leave out Plastic Doll. Yep. That is a really, really good album. Good song. And then my last mention, I guess, I love Replay too. But my last mention is Free Woman because I love songs about breaking up that are not depressing. It's like more a liberating approach to it. Like I can do what I want to do. I'm a free woman. I don't have a man. Like kind of reminds me of Destiny's Child Free. Like ain't no feeling like being free and doing what you want to do. And you know what I'm saying? I love breakup songs that kind of speak to that as opposed to where my man at? You left me. Even though that's kind of a oxymoron because I'm a K Michelle fan, and that's all she kind of.
It's a stage that we go through, after breaking up.
You start off with a little K Michelle,
a short period of time.
Yeah, you start off the breakup with K Michelle. You work into the Free Woman and the Destiny's Child Free and the Liberation.
Exactly.
Or it's the song by who I'm a big fan of, Betty. Who I don't know if anybody knows who she is in here, but she has a song called "Cry Tomorrow" that I'm definitely send y'all, and it's basically about that, like telling her like you can cry tomorrow because tonight we gonna be going out and we gonna.
Well, I think that's pretty much the first thing we always do when any of us go through a breakup. Was like, bitch, you want to go out because I'm done.
I definitely cry later. I call him immediately, like, and we're going to the bar.
Right. Yes. I definitely cry later, and I also in my more recent years. It's so funny because I was a crybaby when we were kids, and I cry in private now. It's so weird.
I cry to you.
Yeah, and I'll break down to my friends where you can hear the cry in my voice, and I let some tears fall. But I hate like crying in front of people, so I do that privately now. It'll have to be something like when I found out Warren died, where I was just. Like I wasn't gonna do that in private. So yeah.
I had to. I felt like I had to let him have his, his time. So I had to be his sounding board. But as soon as we would hang up, I'm like, oh my God. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chromatica is dope. I think it was a good 20. It was it makes like my 2020 list definitely of a album that I listen to the whole thing and played for a while. So like I don't play it as much now, but when it came out, I was checking for it. I went and listened to it on Spotify because I don't have Apple Music.
Doesn't have an Apple device.
But
they shot my boy. What happened?
Right.
Something
got through. Virus got through. But yeah, I liked it, and I was definitely,
that was so random. I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
Something got through, but yeah, Chromatica was cool to me, and I think Gaga did good.
I actually can say out of all the including Megan, I would say Megan and Lady Gaga are probably my favorites from 2020 because for the majority of 2020, all the albums were kind of overhyped, and I think it was because we were in isolation or social distancing or inside and not able to enjoy them at the normal capacity. But like City Girls was overhyped, Ariana Grande was overhyped. I
didn't even listen to them.
It's just I feel like the music last year was not as I don't know as hyped as it was. It could have been better.
I tend to not listen to all that popular of music anyway. I just like what I like.
And it's crazy. I was going to say that about Lady Gaga because listening to her album, I was surprised how much I liked it because as we stated on the last show, not outside of even female rap, I've only been listening to like rap like for like the last 3 years. I have my occasional R&B moments, but outside of the female rappers, it's Young Blue, Roddy Ricch, Rod Wave, Lil Durk, Young NBA. And so I was surprised how much I liked it because I went into it thinking like, I'm over this pop shit. But I can give it a chance.
I love some good pop.
I like urban pop. Like that's why I was surprised I didn't like Ariana Grande's album because she gives urban pop most of the time, and she gave me flop this time.
Urban flop.
Urban flop. There you go. But do you have anything else you want to add to this?
Yeah, I really got nothing else to say. I like it. For me, it was a 2020. Standout album for me. And among things like, and when I name these things, they all are in different orders and no specific orders, not that I like one over the other or, certain ones I might have listened to at the moment and didn't, but things that I was checking for was definitely like Good News, definitely Jasmine Sullivan's album, definitely City on Lock, definitely B7. And
Keep It
and Chromatica and even Position. So like, even though I feel different about all of them when they came out, I did have to go listen to them. So Chromatica made my list.
I think 2020, the only albums that I had to go listen to, I have to remember Sugar and Good News came out last year. So I had to go listen to both of those.
That's my favorite album.
Santana, yes. But Santana album came out. It did come out last year.
I did go and listen to it, but I did forget about it.
Hi, Clara.
Ungodly Hour. Yes. I'm not a big Chloe and Haley fan.
All I know is
next. That's what I was playing when I pulled up. Actually,
Do It. I like the remix. Everybody hates the remix, but I just don't like Young Miami verse.
I love that album.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I listened to that album.
It's another song they have. I love the title Ungodly Hour, though, by the way. I don't know what it means to them, but I just love the title. But, okay. Is that why that single's called Do It? Do It. Let me see you do it. But I'm not big fans of theirs. But when I see they are good at what they do. When I see their performances, they are good. I just haven't took the time to listen to their album. So I shouldn't say I'm not fans. I haven't given them an opportunity yet.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes what it takes, like. I had some in my mouth.
We'll get to that in a little bit. We're gonna get into that in a little bit.
Too early.
But
it's never too early.
Sometimes it's like that even for me, because sometimes I'm lazy when it comes to like checking out music or artists. So like it might take a while for me to get into something that is popular, popping, and then I might listen to it later. I'm like, I like
especially when it's like not one of your favorites. Like if it's Nicki. But the baby, I'll be at work listening to that thing, like headphones in the ear. But when it's like Chloe and Halle, I procrastinate. I'm gonna get around to it, and then finally I'll be like, it's old now. Fuck it. Like I don't know. I think me and you have always been like kind of like we're not following what's popular, you know?
Yeah, no. Yeah. People like to talk about me. I remember that was like the last conversation I had with Warren. A lot of people like to talk about the music I like to listen to or whatever. But she give me hype. That's all I can say. I can't speak for nobody else.
Interesting about that is when people critique the music that you listen to. I always wonder what's the point. You don't have to listen to it.
True. I mean, unless you're at my house.
Right. If you're at my house or in my car,
but...
then don't ride with me. Get a car.
Right.
I don't complain about even if I don't like if a
drummer. I don't know how. I just tried.
If I like this music, I'll be like no or yes, or I have to keep listening. But I'm in your car. You play what you want, or I'm at your house. You play what you want. You know what I'm saying? So. I think we are having technical difficulties out the ass today.
Left and right. Ooh.
I did the same thing. I can't talk.
They telling me to share the podcast link. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I was trying to
do that either.
Oh, okay.
We still figuring this out, y'all.
We're not tech savvy people at all. Just type in the
also,
name horizontal.
Know that y'all can listen to the show on Mondays.
Spotify.
Y'all just won't be able to see us on video, but you can listen to the show on Mondays. They streaming services at noon. It usually comes out before noon. The last few have come out before noon. But at least by noon, you'll be able to listen to us if you having difficulties watching.
Did y'all notice our plaque back there?
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna say nothing.
His head was blocking it.
And I had to call him a punk ass because I was sitting there staring at it like that looks real familiar.
I have to take a picture of that because that means that must mean we got some confidence in getting our 10th show, darling.
I want to like too
as
hard.
we figure out these glitches and how to get these.
And for people, I guess, who will be listening Monday, so yeah, there's a plaque of all the podcasts that are on the network in the studio, and we have made it up there.
Shout out to my wig lady that's watching. Y'all go get y'all wigs from Lux Textures. I left the bag and stuff in the car, girl. My bad. I'll put it on next show.
How many podcasts are there? Oh, I thought you would know off the top of your head. I didn't think you was gonna count. Sorry, I was trying to make you do some work. About 30 podcasts, and we have made the wall. So that's exciting. You know what else is exciting? Child, is that not the Real Housewives, but the Married to Medicine is coming back. We're gonna get into Do You See What I See? Yes. So, did you watch the full trailer?
Yes, I did.
So I'm so glad that our friend Alex sent us the trailer because I had every intention, or did you send it? I think you sent it actually.
I may have.
Yeah.
I'm always
so I was so happy that you sent that because I had no intentions on watching Married to Medicine because I heard they got rid of Quad. I was like, oh nope, I'm not watching it. If Quad not on it, I'm not watching it. Quad. Yes. So her real name is
thank you, cousin.
Quadrica or something like that.
Oh, very unique.
Yeah, Quadrica Monique.
You know what? I should make a face because I have a friend named Shadrika, and she is nowhere near as ghetto as her. Well, actually, she is kind of ghetto, but we be ratchet together. That's a whole nother story. Anyway,
I have a friend named Kevin Alahashaka. So,
do you?
Do you still have to bring that child name up after all these years?
That's not my friend no more.
Exactly.
But anyway, that used to be a joke in grade school. It was shall we? Oh, okay. But yes, so Married to Medicine is coming back. Yes, I did. Married to Medicine is coming back. Quad will be a part of the show. What are your feelings on Married to Medicine going into this new season? And do you feel, though, I feel like to make it a more critical thinking question, do you feel as though Married to Medicine and RHOA are becoming the same show? Because as I watched the trailer, it kind of seemed like they could have merged the ladies and did one thing. Except for the fact that those ladies are doctors.
They're still separate for me. I don't get that just quite yet. But I could see how like you feel that way though. I'm excited, but then again, I feel like I could tell from the trailer that Miss Toya and what's the other one I don't like?
Simone.
Yes.
I
feel like they're gonna raise my blood pressure.
Yeah, Toya and Simone are the worst.
And it seemed like Toya really about to be doing the most because even her husband had to say, "Wait a minute, bitch, you getting disrespectful now."
Toya is bottom of the barrel trash. Actually, she's not bottom of the barrel. She is the barrel because she just encompasses trash. But Toya is, I can't stand her.
What station does this on? What channel?
This is on Bravo.
Another Bravo
so
show.
Does Andy own this one too?
Probably.
Yeah, he hosts the reunions, and I feel like anything on Bravo. So is they going about Toya House? So is they going? I think he meant to say they going to talk about Toya House on the market. They should. Her in that closet, that 2-story closet she fought so hard for. That house is on the market.
That house is definitely on the market.
Wait, what did Terrell say? Yeah, I saw his name. Hello, guys. You all look amazing. Thank you.
Hi,
okay, that's his
baby.
last name. Yeah, I definitely was like,
I saw his name. It was only for a quick second. I said, what did he say?
I love Terrell.
You and me both.
So I guess with the question of, well, at least for me, so when you ask, do you feel like the show is becoming too similar? Is the type of drama that's happening on Married to Medicine and the ladies or whatever, what's making it similar for you?
Probably the drama.
I think that there's only so much you can do filming in the middle of a pandemic. They're both set in Atlanta. They're attending the same rallies and have different crews recording them at the same events. And it's only so many times and so many different perspectives you can give about we all feel empowered. We all feel like it's long overdue. We all feel it's just the same thing to me. And nobody's doing it like Portia. Don't get me wrong. True. But it just seems like the same show, except for this show is doctors and this show is just rich women.
But I think that's kind of my point of I think what we talked about last time. And I mentioned that once one thing kind of becomes popular and companies or whatever, or rich people see that, they make kind of the carbon copy type shows.
Or rappers.
Right. And music industry. And it gets harder and harder to make yourself stand out, or things are going to start blending. Same thing with Flavor of Love. Then I Live in New York. Then we got Rock of Love. You had everything else.
Real Chance to Love.
And it got water.
But them was supposed to be all alike, and we kept watching them shit.
Ray J and The Game had a show. I stopped watching faithfully after Ray J and The Game got their show. I didn't watch. Even though I love Danger, she fucked the homie. So you know what I'm saying? I did kiss that. But
I love that shit.
I don't know. I stopped watching faithfully after Real Chance of Love. I was kind of loved out.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. And even I don't know, have y'all checked out One More Chance?
No.
Y'all probably don't even have Zeus.
No.
I don't have Zeus. I don't have Hades.
RHOA what?
I don't have Poseidon.
He likes
RHOA a little too much sometimes. Who?
That's what he said. He
Roddy. Well,
he Married to Medicine better than RHOA.
Married to Medicine has been better the last couple seasons than RHOA. However, this new season, I don't know. It's only so much you can do in the middle of a pandemic, so it's just all gonna be the same. I feel like
being at each other's
my
house.
best friend said One More Chance was good as fuck.
One More Chance is good. I will say that. However, One More Chance was like watching Bad Girls Club, and you know how I feel about that. Now, don't get me wrong. Once you start watching, it's like a wreck that's hard to take your eyes off of. So I was watching every episode, but if I knew it was gonna be like Bad Girls Club, which is why when Bad Girls Club comes back, I won't be watching.
Wait, hold on, time out. You said when it comes back?
Yeah. It's supposed to be coming back to, I think, VH1 or MTV, one of the two.
The new Milwaukee season, right?
Oh, God.
They should have did that 10 years ago. Baby. I would have been on there.
I remember me, Lisa, and this one used to plan.
Yes.
We used to
plan. Bad Girls Club was such an influential part of my life that I would date people and be at their friend's house and we would play Bad Girls Club. Like, bitch, you finna put your bed in the pool. Stop playing with me, bitch. Just get your hand out my face.
I run LA.
I think you might have been once or twice, but yeah, I run
Milwaukee.
I did it a couple times with a couple different exes. And it's how do you play? But I used to do it with my cousins too. We used to play Flavor of Love when we were kids. This is the elimination process.
I remember playing Jerry Springer. Do you remember playing Scream?
Playing Jerry Springer
Oh
Scream.
my God.
We used to always child. Yes, we were some very
imaginative.
I was just gonna say that imaginative kids.
That's how being a kid, at least in our generation, was. You had to make fun.
Yeah, we didn't have Instagram to entertain ourselves, and look at other people's lives to entertain ourselves. We was living our own lives. I feel like our generation is the last to do that. Because I feel like in our childhood we still was told to go play outside. I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 13. Like,
I'm like, back in the day, if it was this like snow piled this high, we would be geeked to go outside.
Yeah, to make
play
snowbanks
fight on the snow and shit.
I still put my kids out.
Like that's
Yes,
what
but they
that's
need
what they
that.
want for. You
They
supposed
need
to play
that.
fight on the motherfucker.
Exactly.
They got snow.
Go
Yes.
body slam somebody real quick.
Now, like what I notice now with this
Go
new
outside,
generation of
leave them
kids is like some of their parents, not all. Clearly, we have a parent that's not like that here, but it's like, okay, go outside, and it's like 5 minutes,
David.
and then like they back in the like you didn't even. If your nose not running when you get back in the house,
to the
Then you
floor.
didn't do it
right? You didn't do it right.
You ain't do it right.
Put on 3 pairs of jeans.
Yes, the snow suits. I remember the snow suits,
I got you,
like
best friend.
complete
My
other
kids got
snow
snow
suits. Yes, that's how it was supposed. That's how it's supposed to be. Nowadays, kids watch other kids play with toys on YouTube, and I'm like, that's the weirdest
Like,
shit.
what
to
is
me.
that?
You know, so
As
far
soon
my
as
kid
I-
like to be outside.
Well, that's a good thing.
Bella
Keep
love the
encouraging
snow.
that.
She be pissed. She be like,
Encourage
just
that.
sit her down in it. She cool. She is playing in it.
You learn a lot of life lessons. You know, it's also good physically as well.
Yes,
You move around. 'Cause you're growing.
and I feel like it helps with like critical thinking skills.
Definitely didn't want to come
and
inside.
It helps, like it's especially if you have siblings
Definitely
or like
made us
you
come
like
in
recess
every
or something
time.
like that. Like it helps with building bonds with other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Builds
why I worry about
character.
my niece not being in school right now due to COVID, because it's very important, especially as young as she is, for her to have interactions with people her age.
Right.
Right now, she is around all grown people all the time, and I feel like that it could be detrimental to her learning some social skills she needs to
Yeah.
learn.
And that's where
So-
the parents have to step up and try to figure
Yeah,
out what
but
they're
my
gonna
sister's
do.
stuck in my mama's house and can't
And-
nobody come over there. If
Ah.
you went and got the COVID, if you went anywhere, you got the COVID.
But
But
that,
Yeah.
And look, notice I said
Oh,
you got the
Linda
COVID.
crazy.
I know.
The COVID.
That's what's
Linda
that-
crazy
Oh.
like that.
but I do feel
Just let
bad,
that
like
off.
for youth that are in school, because it is such a the online learning part isn't the biggest part for me, because I'm like, you can technically learn book stuff anywhere, but it's those social things about school that I can't imagine how my life would be if I didn't have those experiences. So going
Mhm.
to prom, going to school dances, going to
Yeah,
Right.
homecoming.
I could have did
I
without
have a
prom.
sen-
I'm
I
cool.
got a
I'm
senior-
cool
I could have
with
too.
prom.
I'd have seen
But
her
what
high
I will say, I think I get what he's saying, but I think
Yeah.
that those things
I
are
just-
more detrimental when you're younger.
Yeah.
Like for her to be about to be 5 this year, I mean, your brain, what you are pretty much who you're gonna be by the time you're 5. That's what
Oh, Lord.
psychology has said. Like I was no for real. Like
That's fair,
it's like your brain is pretty much shaped. That's why it's important those first few years of your child's life. It's important to shape
Right.
and mold it correctly, because they're pretty much who they're going to be. Now that's not to say if they stealing and they a thief, that they're always going to be a thief.
I mean, I stole a
that could
pencil.
mean I stole something. I stole $1,000 from my mama, $1,300.
We'll get into that.
Oh.
So a pencil.
Lord Jesus. Now anything come up missing, he's
Yes, and I did that when I was like 12. So, but my
Lot of
thing
money.
is,
What
my,
you was doing with it?
I was getting fresh. I was coming to school with the new
was
shoe, like
getting fresh.
yes.
Okay.
And so like I spent it on shoes and clothes. And then the crazy part is,
Not
I guess to
me.
punish me, she ended up like taking a knife and ruining it all when she found out, because I had it hidden in my closet, and I would put on one outfit that she knew I was supposed to be wearing, and then I would put the new fresh outfit in my bag and change in school in the bathroom
Oh Lord.
and come out like what's up.
I probably was like the only one not doing that.
No, but this is the thing, as I say, as part of like a thief or somebody who's going to steal. That person just could grow into somebody who is just more strategic. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that because for me, I always look at things like how they're going to benefit me,
Right.
like pretty much everything. And I feel like everybody should look at stuff like that, because if something doesn't benefit you, that means it takes from you.
Mhm.
So if it takes from you and then you don't get anything out of it, what are you doing it for? Now, obviously, there are exceptions with like charity and things like that. But
Hey boo.
in my opinion, if something doesn't benefit you, even a relationship, you look at it like a business deal or a business transaction. What are you going to do to benefit me? What can I pour into you, etc.?
Right.
And why should I take this risk or this gamble with you? So I do feel
or
like
the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
Because you, I guess, will always lose a little bit. Cause
Yeah,
there might
yeah.
be some like, I gotta spend.
oh, I got to stop saying certain things, or
come pick you up.
yeah. So there are those things, shady boots. There are those things, but
Just take
I
a
would-
sip.
But you know, if like you said, if the good outweighs the bad, because nobody's perfect. If the good outweighs the bad, goddamn it, do it. I don't know how Do You See What I See got led to this conversation being had.
No clue.
But I mean, I just want to touch on Married to Medicine. But before we switch into the main topic, we do have to talk about RHOA in the last episode and this upcoming episode. And I know you have a lot to say.
I don't have a lot to say.
I did test one of our friends today who likes Kenya, so you know which one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And he expressed that he loves LaToya. I'm like, why do you like everybody?
If you love LaToya, you gonna. I mean, if you love
Kenya,
you gonna love LaToya.
Looking eyes. So my thing is, you like you said, if you don't love Kenya, you're gonna love LaToya. But my thing is like, how, Sway? And if you watched the preview for the new episode, did you? Well, you saw it. LaToya came for her for no reason, like none. I don't like LaToya.
She's been doing that.
I don't like LaToya. Get rid of her.
She's a new one, right?
She's not a housewife. She's a friend of the show, but yeah, she is new.
For me personally, like all this camera time that Kenya and LaToya getting, that's what's making the show boring for me. Because Kenya specifically is not talking about what I'm interested in, which is what's going on with her marriage. So I could care less about her and LaToya in a lesbian relationship.
You and Rashida lesbian relationship ain't got nothing to do with me. He wears his tutu.
Tell Kirk his 3 earrings.
I said hello. You gonna fill me with fire? You gonna hit fire? So as you can see, we be obsessed with these shows. Oh, Kofi's watching. Hey, Kofi. Came right in the transitional part. Because wait, did you want to say anything else about Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Of course.
Sounds interesting.
But I do feel like next week, Friday, we will have a lot to say because the episode looks really, really interesting. Jew pops off on LaToya, and there's a shady exchange. I guess we can talk about next week.
Is it the moment when she like, I'm from
Chicago, bitch?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do have.
We'll see.
And I don't know if this was a new but y'all see that picture of Candy like in the sling or whatever?
Yeah, somebody sent that to me today.
Where did y'all
actually,
see this came out today.
Because there was a comment under it that was like, "Bitch, Cicely Tyson just died."
Like chill, like she just died. Like chill.
Speaking of that, shout out to
Cumber's
Cicely
Candy's
Tyson.
closet.
I mean, I'm sorry. I said shouts out to her like she. Yeah, shouts out to Cumber's Closet. I do want to say that, but I do want to send my condolences to Cicely Tyson and her family. I was shocked when I saw that, and
I was very shocked.
I do also want to send my condolences because y'all know this is kind of like where I want to go with my career overall, some type of broadcast, some type of journalism field. And one of my icons among a few passed away. And
Larry King.
Yes, I'm like, damn, he was one of my. I love him, and I can't even think of his name right now.
I got you. I
didn't even know that today.
No, he passed away like
last
3 days ago.
A couple of days ago.
It was
Yeah.
last week.
I didn't see
Something
that.
like that. Something in that range.
Yeah. Oh, he got overshadowed by who? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of like when Farrah Fawcett died the same day Michael Jackson died. Nobody really cared about Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, she did. She
died the same day.
Oh, that's
yes.
unfortunate.
That's really
Oh, she died. She been dead. She been gone all this time.
Yeah. How did she die? Damn.
I don't even know how she died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, how old was Larry King?
I don't know how old he was.
Older. He was like,
Yeah, he was.
90
I want to say because I know Cicely was 96. I want to say he was a year older than her. I'm looking for my phone and it's right here. I can't even.
I think people.
Hey, Leon.
I think people like that. It is wild to think about that. Cicely Tyson is gone, or even like Larry King. To some degree, because those are people who, I guess, have been like old our whole life.
I was just thinking that.
You just never think they're gonna like.
Right, they never gonna. That's what when Morgan Freeman died. That's
you
what
gotta think like.
That's gonna send me. I said when Morgan Freeman died.
When?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you done killed the man.
Right. But no, like I was thinking about that. Cicely Tyson was 96. I'm about to be 30. She was 66 when I was born. So that means this woman has been old my whole life.
I believe she started
So
at 47 or so.
yeah, she started off like,
it's showtime.
yeah.
Man. Well, you know, the thing about it is too, I learned when I was in like school for CNA, you know, up until this pandemic, she was actively working. So she was constantly moving. She constantly had something to do. And when you're at that age, that's what keeps you alive. That's what keeps you going.
Right.
So for COVID to hit and you have to sit your ass down.
That's
You know what I'm saying? For someone that age, that's really difficult.
And you know how I know that is true is because this morning, because I found out she died yesterday. I think she did die actually yesterday. I found out she died yesterday. So every morning as I'm getting ready for work, I listen to a YouTube video, or I catch myself up on some whatever politics is going on, whatever. So I click on this Good Morning America video about her, and literally 2 days before she died, she did an interview with, I want to say, Robin from Good Morning America, and she looked good. I'm like, I can't believe she died 2 days after this. Now I don't know when it was shot. Obviously she died 2 days before she died. You say you always look your best before you go to glory.
Yeah. No bullshit. I had a coworker. No bullshit. I had seen her on Friday, and she passed away that Saturday.
Oh my!
Wow.
She passed away. I'm talking. She had her hair done. She looked real good. Everything, and she just passed away the very next day.
Oh wow,
that's interesting, and that's crazy.
Like, damn, she was looking good as hell.
Yeah, and I don't know. Cicely Tyson been looking like that my whole life, so I don't look at her and be like, she old and decrepit. But you know,
she looked good for like her age.
She always has, yes.
And it is wild to think about, and I love people like that who can be reintroduced, or like their career is like revitalized, and pretty much, you know, through the Tyler Perry like movies, and a new generation got to see her.
They said Tyler Perry killed that woman.
Actually, her last
that
I remember was How to Get Away
Actually,
with
no,
Murder.
I saw that from Chris earlier today. Chris Lee, shout out to you, Chris Lee. That's Alex's brother too, by the way. But shout out to Chris Lee because I saw from him earlier today that was her last film she ever shot. Yep, was A Fall from Grace. And that movie was
I liked the movie itself.
I liked the movie itself too. I'm not gonna lie.
But some of the acting in some of them wigs.
Tyler Perry worked her out. I can hear him saying that.
Terrell, watch your mouth now. That's my pastor. I like you. I don't want to stop liking you now.
But definitely, shout out to
he keep adding up.
Tyson, icon in our community, Black queen, fashion icon, dark skinned women.
Yes,
a woman to, you know,
I feel like she just always smelled like cocoa butter
and mango.
Girl, when you said, I just feel like she always smelled like. I thought she was gonna say cane.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
no,
I she always smelled like cocaine.
Black women like that.
Like wait, she
cocaine.
Oh.
Well, you know she was the queen pin in Hoodlum, so I mean.
She might have did a little coke,
wasn't she?
She might have did a little coke.
She might have was in Studio 54. You never know.
I mean, I think in Hollywood the drug of choice is coke. I heard somebody tell me like in LA they walk around in the club with coke tables. I mean trays. Yeah. Walk around and sit it down in front of you. You want to do a line?
Yeah.
Oh, child.
I think that would freak me out. I'm just scared of drugs, child. That would freak me out.
Going to certain cities, it's like
I've seen you on weed. You definitely don't need coke.
I'm scared of drugs. I don't even like weed. The only drug I ever indulged in that didn't like trip me out was lean.
You should never smoke ever in life.
No,
never.
Even though I smoked last Friday, I don't think I told you that.
No kind of Nathaniel.
You heard me? I smoked last Friday.
What?
Weed. With Jamal, Terrell, and Donzel.
Did he act crazy?
He had a moment, but it wasn't that bad.
Because he acted goddamn fool. I don't know if it was the weed I had or what.
But Terrell also had sour diesel, which is what I used to smoke when I was okay, when I was smoking weed.
Oh, well, you can't smoke Blue Dream because your
ass. Hell to no. Or that, yes, she gave me Blue Dream. And Purple Rain.
That's my dog. See, how was I supposed to know? I was just fine. Goddamn it. I was laid in the floor minding my business. I got yelled at.
Minding your business being nosy. How can you sip lean but not smoke weed? I don't know, because lean it really relaxed me. I don't know if because it's codeine. I don't know. Yeah, because Doug is asking how can you sip lean and not smoke weed?
Where do you get that?
I do not sip lean any longer. Hell no, I stopped that in 2013. That's what made me stop smoking it when Lil Wayne went to the hospital and Rick Ross started having seizures and losing weight. And I was like, oh no, baby. What is you doing, baby? I had to stop that. Oh, shit. Hey, Ladarius. But it's funny because
Ladarius.
See how I do the Lady Gaga. She does the Ladarius.
I love his name.
They're both downers though. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a mind thing. I don't know. Maybe I have a chemical imbalance. I don't.
You got a few chemical imbalances. This man, I'm trying.
Yeah, I was worried too. So when he did it, I was just like, okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
And, like,
it was World War III in the house, and I was asleep. It was terrible.
But it's crazy because weed does not calm me down.
I remember, I can't remember what I had when me, you, Warren, Lisa, and everybody smoked in my van. But I just remember they was like, damn, Brittany got that gas.
Yeah.
Like,
the van.
Hey, Letitia.
Yes.
So what is, I mean, because I'm a fairly new weed smoker, recreational smoker.
You want to break it down for him? You know what? That's a good question because I don't really refer to my weed as gas. So
I think it's called
I guess you would have to ask somebody who refers to that, who uses that term.
Just go to like one of the whole Milwaukee groups.
Right. Why is it called gas?
Well, look, I don't smoke, but this is the association I made from the outside looking in. But I used to always smoke sour diesel, and I know that was really popular a few years back. And diesel is gas too. So I feel like the phrase started being popular around the time everybody was smoking sour diesel, and then people were like, "You got that gas," and then it just became a blanket term for weed.
It evolved?
Huh?
It like evolved?
That's what I thought.
Or have you gone? Shit, I don't know.
How you going?
Yeah, that's
how you running forever.
I mean,
Right.
being high right now, that's what I'm thinking.
They call it gas because if the weed is high grade.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Your
like
brother
gas.
is wild.
So weed goes together like cocaine. Yeah.
He would be tuned in for this one.
Lean and weed go
I can't wait to
together
see his comments once we talk
like
about oral
cocaine
pleasure.
and hookers. Okay.
He is
Speaking of
great.
hookers, which the respectful term is I have my brain dead right now. Not lady of the night, but sex worker.
Oh,
Yes.
sex worker.
Sex worker. Yeah, because she's performing sex work. She's not a prostitute or hooker. She's performing sex work.
Oh, you want to upgrade that to sex artist?
Yeah, we can upgrade it to sexual artist. What she's doing is work. And somebody is commenting saying it was based off of diesel.
Oh, okay.
So,
A little bit of fun fact.
Oh, there you
period.
go.
What it do? I'm sorry. My thing is a little behind in the what you call, but the comments are up to date. That's what's confusing me. The comments are up to date, but the video of us is behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about sex workers.
I said, speaking of sex workers, even though I'm not professionally one, I indulge myself. But let's get into talking about sex and yes, oral sex, child. Because y'all
Hey,
Time
be
to
a good
get
one.
into it.
said throw baby.
is. So
Don't be patting my
I don't know because when we made this the topic of discussion, what did y'all have in mind? I'm not big
I
on
think it's so much. I
sucking
think
dick.
it's all of. I was thinking about this on the way here because it is so broad. I think it's from us liking it to doing it to like it, from you liking to receive it,
Or liking to do it,
but not liking to do it as much.
Also, I was thinking this too.
What?
I was thinking it's like I don't like sucking dick. I would much rather eat ass, and that is oral
Yes,
sex
that
as
is
well.
oral.
Yes.
So
Anything with the mouth.
mouth
So that's
is
sucking toes,
sucking nipples.
nipples.
Suck my nipples.
It depends on the person in their hot spots, pretty much.
Yes.
In the
Let's get into it.
ear.
So what-
But when we first started talking about it and we said oral pleasure, the first thing I thought of was giving the man head.
Mhm.
Just
I
a
thought
The first thing I thought of was
toes.
getting
You
head.
did.
I thought of sucking toes.
Okay.
I like
That's
my
a good
toes
one,
sucked.
though. I
Yeah,
like my
is a
toes
good
sucked.
thing.
I
So
do
what is
too.
y'all? So when you
Toe sucking is
so
good.
what is
Little
oral
ankle
sex a
nibble.
must for
Yes.
y'all?
Hell the fuck
Yes.
yes. It's a must.
What the
If you
fuck?
don't
Is it
lick
2021
before
or
you
no?
Yes.
nigga, it's a problem.
Should
Like
I speak
dead
into the mic
ass.
louder?
Wait, hold
Yes.
on. Did you think you
Okay.
would get a no?
Right, shit. That's
Well,
a
I answered it
unanimous.
Was that rhetorical?
Well, I'll answer because mine might be the little bit of it is a must for me to do. I would say I am.
Oh.
It depends on the person, everything. Like if they're gonna do it to me, I would say like I don't necessarily, maybe need head or my ass totally. But like if somebody had to do it, and if they're good, or for example, like my partner, like I love when like he does it. But there's definitely been sexual situations or hookups where, I just suck their dick and
okay, well, for me, a bitch is married, so we definitely doing oral every single motherfucking time. Unless something like we gotta hurry up and rush, and we really just don't have time for that, then okay.
I
but
like quickies.
I think that if you have, like you said, if you have time, I think
I'll
that
divorce his ass
you
over
definitely
that.
oral sex is a part of the foreplay before the penetration. Now, what I will say for me, it looks different because I mean I've been getting better at sucking dick as far as like making it.
Oh, practice makes perfect.
Something that I do, but prior to anything in the last maybe like 2 years, you could suck my dick and I will eat your ass and then we could have sex. So it's like oral sex, but yeah.
But that's because you don't like to give.
I don't. I have a horrible gag reflex. Even small dicks make me choke. I have thrown up on a dick before.
Right? What's that? I don't know what a gag reflex is.
I don't know what it is.
You like slurp it back up?
No. So this was. I felt like a prostitute, like because. This was a guy that I wasn't even with. I was talking to, and he had gave me head. I came, and so after you come, you're already not even horny no more. So for one, I don't even want to do it. For two, well, I don't know, maybe for other people how it works, but for me, I'm like, if I come before you, you better be coming in the next 4 to 5 minutes because I'm
4 to 5.
Yeah, I'm about to be done. But I of course I've made. I compromise, whatever, but I'm not doing it because I'm into it anymore after that time frame is what I'm saying. So this guy I came, whatever, and do like he was like, okay, it's your turn. So I started to do it.
He said, okay, it's your turn.
Yeah, but we already agreed we was gonna trade off,
I was like, turn on.
So I started sucking, at that time I really couldn't suck dick. I was playing with it like so he was like like he was pushing my head.
That's very aggressive.
Yes, he was. It was. And he was pushing my head and I was choking. And then like this phlegm started coming up. And it seemed like he liked it.
He did.
And
I did.
I felt like I had rabies when it was all said and done. Because I was like a hound dog with rabies.
Were the lights
You was foaming at the mouth.
He liked the visual.
How old were you? When was
we need some context.
I was like 22. This is remember my food stamp vehicle?
Food stamp vehicle?
Yes, I had a food stamp vehicle. Which
on here.
A food stamp vehicle was because I bought this car from the hood. It had a green hood.
I do remember that car.
A red passenger door, a white.
You're so nice. I wouldn't have brought her ass. Nathaniel.
A white driver door, a black trunk. Like so, it was basically every part of the car was a color. So when I got the car registered, I was like, "What color car is this?" So that's a food stamp vehicle. But
you didn't tell me I could have fries.
All right, food entered the room, and
y'all know how black folks is when food entered the room.
I don't ask nobody if they wanted some.
She cussed him out for hers. I watched her do it. She did it silently though.
To 8? How long did they stay
She
open
was
for
definitely
curfew?
Oh, they said like midnight.
We just see
some
all
for the road.
conversation.
I'm just going to eat what I got at home. But no, so that's when I had my food stamp card.
You know, I would have felt really disrespected though. I don't know.
I kind of did, but I think at that age, I've always been outspoken, but I feel like at that age, it never happened before. So I was just like, I don't know. And I consented. I never said stop,
How could you? You had a mouthful of dick. What you mean?
There are nonverbal there are nonverbal ways to say stop. So I never was like, get off of me or like anything like that. I just was choking.
You low-key enjoyed it?
No. No. I just low-key feel like he might kill me if I don't do it.
Oh my God. And the people that he's messed with need therapy too, because you know what?
I'm in
he
therapy,
laughing, but what he's saying is dead ass fucking serious because he has some of the most crazy stalker stories I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Like somebody done pulled a gun on this man before. That's why I want to watch him having sex, because I'm like, what the hell is you doing to these motherfuckers that they doing that type of crazy stuff?
That's
mind-boggling.
Well, on the live over here.
Oh,
He said what?
He said I enjoyed it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I threw up.
Yes, you.
So
that was all going on down while they were just.
No, it wasn't like the throw up. I feel like y'all thinking about like after like a hangover. Like it's not like that, but it's like I don't know, this like yellow phlegm shit like that.
Oh, like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like stomach, like the stomach acid.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like you was about to throw up.
Yeah.
Oh,
like when you like, you know, like that. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, feel like when you throw up and you don't have nothing else to throw up in it.
That's hilarious.
Like he like,
Right. And he was like he's talking shit.
That was the guy.
That's what I said. I said you like that.
Well, I've never thrown up on a dick before.
I haven't either.
I don't have a gag reflex.
I have.
Definitely
gag. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, well, it was on purpose though.
I was drunk.
Oh, well, that's well.
I was drunk.
Being drunk is different. You gonna tell us the story, or you gonna keep eating?
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. It didn't stop anything. We continued.
So
my
what did he
sister
use
is
the
here,
phlegm
people.
as,
That's the voice she
lubrication?
hears. She won't be on camera though.
I actually had a puke bucket.
So you wanted to suck dick while you was drunk and you were prepared to throw up.
I'm always prepared.
I'm not mad at it because sometimes when you're drunk, you don't give a fuck.
Prepared.
You really don't give a fuck.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, we back at
that. I mean, that's very true. You don't give a fuck sometimes when you're drinking. You be like, hey.
I'll never forget. Once I had to go to like the emergency room or urgent care or something for something, and of course Doug took me. We in there and the nurse like swabbing the back of my throat. I'm just sitting there like. She was like, "Oh, okay." Like, Doug punk ass gonna bust out laughing because he already know like what she about to say, and she's like, "Oh, no gag reflex, huh?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." No. So moving along.
So I have a question from y'all from I guess the standpoint of someone in my position. Do you feel like you could date someone who maybe isn't the best at performing oral sex in your fronts? Genitals,
right? Teach them.
Do they want to learn? Do they want to learn?
But
if they want to learn,
they have to be willing to learn.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to men, how big is your dick? I'm not learning on 12 inches.
Well, you're gonna have to learn on at least 3.
That's different.
Or I would say they can learn, or you just would compensate or figure something out. Maybe might be bringing in another person, or you might just be good at doing something else.
Bringing another person.
I think another person should not be your first.
Bring
another person.
Better learn to suck that dick then.
I just feel like it's such a big thing. I do feel like it has contributed to me getting cheated on before, like because I especially the guy that I dated that was 12 and he was like this.
Question.
So do you like sucking dick or eating ass more? I like eating ass more. And
Thank you, Riri.
That's question of the day. So that's for all of us.
Is that for all of us?
Faster than I'll eat.
I like eating ass.
Of course I like sucking dick more.
I like eating ass more. Long as it's clean, no fecal particles.
He be killing me with the fecal particles.
No. No,
it is valid, but it just throw me off.
No, because I feel like you can smell it. Thank God, you can. Child, I have stopped. Like I'm not eating that. I play it off because a lot of times, like I'll start with the gooch. Ain't that what it's called down there?
Yes.
So with the gooch, and then I think I'm finna go down, and I'm like,
That's what I know.
Wait, do the motion again.
I feel like I'm real enough to be like, don't go down. I guess
I will too.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I didn't shower,
but some people don't want to, and that's the thing.
That do be the thing, and I'm uncircumcised, so I'm already like, you might not want to suck my dick because I didn't shower today. I'm uncircumcised, so it's a lot going on down there. I've been pissing all day, so you might not want to do that. And I tell people, and I've had a few people try, and they was very disappointed and mad that they tried. Me and you do agree on a lot, eating ass for me, but I'll suck if I have a feel for it. Now, this is another thing, Richard. I don't mind sucking pretty feet. Like, I'll suck some toes. but I'll be wanting my toes sucked too.
Johnny.
But I don't. It's not too
You
many.
want them toes sucked too?
That's
You
all I
got a
was
lot
gonna
of nerve.
That's what I was
Ooh,
gonna
you
say.
got a lot of nerve.
People have sucked them before.
Ooh, them animals. Oh my
Did
god.
they cut their
Ooh,
mouth?
he got them Fred Flintstones. Jesus. I need to
Before
take
they
a shot.
bleeding out.
So for
Ooh,
y'all
them
that
feet.
don't know, due to I grew up using my feet athletically for the first
And walking around
15,
without socks.
I was just gonna say
and
15 years of my
shoes.
life I did soccer. The like in between it, like 4 or 5 years I ran track, and then I used to always walk around outside barefoot. So my feet are not in the best condition. And yeah.
I
Do
look
you
like
get
it.
pancakes?
No, I need to
You
start.
should start.
Yeah. Just
Oh, my CT looks so cute.
You know, having your toes sucked is super sensitive, but it's a sensation that I could actually come off of, especially that crevice between the
Okay,
pinky
apparently
toe
I'm
and
not
the
allowed
one
to go
that's
live
next
on
to it.
Uh-huh.
That
That's
pinky
that
toe
ring
and
toe.
that ring toe and that
Mhm.
pinky toe, when you get in between there,
Uh-huh.
baby, I could jag off.
It just blinked me out.
Ladari is responding to you.
What he say?
He do.
Not the Flintstones.
I swear to
Yes.
God, he
He
do.
started his car with the
His feet
Terrell.
are bad.
Terrell,
Oh, he
you
must-
love him. Shut up, okay?
He must
Okay.
Of course,
I love him, but differently. I'm gonna tell the truth. Them feet is terrible, okay? Thank God he is pretty from the ankle up. Cause ooh,
Oh my
them feet-
god.
some had to be off. He can't be perfect. Some had to be
Orlando said
off.
My hands are off too. They rough
Who said
too.
Orlando.
Lando said what?
Who feet pretty?
He was like, me too. That ain't no excuse. My feet pretty.
Oh, his own feet.
Oh, he talking about me.
Oh, okay.
He said his own feet are
No, his
pretty.
own feet.
Oh, he must have got pedicures, or something, because I never cared about him. I ran track, I played soccer, and I walked outside barefoot like I was
all
from the
the
country.
time.
So that's why all my
All
socks be
the
having
time.
holes in them. This is my sister's boyfriend.
Okay.
So I enjoy sucking toe. I don't want to know what you do to
Right,
my
so
sister.
your sister.
Right,
It's getting
man.
her
Come
toe
on,
sucked
man.
apparently.
I've known Khadijah since she was in diapers.
Why would he get on there and say that?
Britt, I'll beat your ass.
Bullshit. But I love you though.
Heavy on the bullshit.
Right.
Hey man, I don't know which part you're saying amen to. Oh, are you talking about that crevice between the pinky toe
Yes,
and
that's what he's
the
talking
ring?
about.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what he's talking about.
That's the part I think he's saying is too sensitive, why he don't
Mhm.
like it, but it's so I could bust off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
it's very
it's
sensitive right
uncharted.
there.
It's very
Right.
sensitive.
uncharted. That's
You know
why
what
it's
I'm
very
talking about, too,
sensitive.
with that location? That
Oh.
Well,
when you-
I'm gonna try that this
I've
weekend.
gotten my toes sucked a few
Try it.
times.
have y'all
Will have me like.
Go ahead. I have a question for y'all too. What is the worst like oral sex experience that you've had, or one that you can remember?
Oh,
Oh God.
let me think, because my mind went to
I know I
one
tried
thing.
to push this out of my memory. I should have had this prepared.
I will.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if it really counts though, because I guess the oral part wasn't that bad, but like while he was eating me out, he was like fingering me and
I
his
don't like
nails
that.
were long.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Need I say more?
No.
So
Did you just go with it?
I did go with it like a fool because I was young.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's why,
I was why you
like,
tell him
my
stop?
husband don't
Why
understand
you
why
tell
I
him
be
to
cutting
bite it
his
off
nails
real
and why I be
quick?
on his ass about them nails. But brother, to get
Just
down
cut it
how I
off
want to
real
get
quick.
down, I'm gonna need them nails gone.
I could say I can't. I think it was. Oh, hey, Quinn. You remember my friend Quinn?
That's terrible. That sounds very painful.
If they know, they don't.
Ex told me a story about that where he said like the skin ended up like getting scraped off his dick because of them braces.
Ugh.
I don't
Oh, they
know.
was what they was doing.
I don't know. I don't think I was sucking dick when I had braces.
Well, somebody also commented, it was like, when they haven't washed their junk and it stinks and you gag without even sucking it.
That's when I'll be
Oh,
like, you wasn't really trying to get some head, was you? You couldn't possibly.
I think that every time, like even okay, so like obviously when I'm dating, I can more so plan out when sex happens and be fresh. But there are times when you're single and shit just happens. I'm always very transparent. Like I need to take a shower first. Like I don't want to be known as that nigga that you came to do something that you're like, what the fuck? Like
That's why
That's
in the club, I'm gonna go in the stall and clean up real quick. Or now, with Manscaped, they have crop mops, which is like it's a little packet I keep with me. I mean, I just keep it now, but you basically can like wipe, yourself off. It has pH balance, and you just clean off.
yeah, because you can't just be out here
you
sweaty.
pull the pants down, and it's like.
No, that's
I
that's
typically
not
like
okay.
to be fresh, especially if I'm like personally
Fine.
planning to get head. Like
Got my ass.
I will go make sure everything is extra fresh because I don't want nothing getting in the way of my head whatsoever.
Hello.
So we talking about dicks a lot. I mean, how important is head for women? How important is to get your pussy ate?
Extremely.
So you like when we were talking about
Extremely.
head earlier and sucking dick before every? Do you feel like your pussy should be ate before
Yes.
every?
Absolutely.
So it's a
Matter of
trade-off.
fact,
I mean,
when
it
me
can
and Doug
happen in the
first
beginning.
met-
It can happen in the beginning. It can happen during or after, but it has to be done
at
like,
some point.
At some point, it has to be done. Like I like head. You like
Have
head.
Hell yeah.
We like head.
Yes.
You have what is the
Great
best-
experience.
ice.
Have y'all ever tried giving head or I received head with
Yes.
ice before,
I
or
have-
like
I
with
have-
cold lips?
yes.
It's the greatest
I've done
sensation.
Ice,
I've
peaches,
done,
peaches. Remember peaches?
I've
Strawberries,
done,
whipped cream,
cough
ice cream,
drops.
cough
I've done
drops.
Listerine.
I'm
Gum.
Pop
inexperienced.
rocks.
Pop
Pop rocks.
I've done pop rock.
I've definitely
Pop
done
Rocks.
pop rocks.
I've done
Cool.
gushers.
Little
I've
Oh,
done.
not gushers.
I've done
Pound
the
cake.
the
Jolly
Tootsie
Rancher.
Roll.
Everybody did the grapefruit.
I've done the grapefruit. I've done an orange. I've done
Wait,
the fruit roll up.
Kofi.
I've done the,
Kofi said when he took his dentures out, you'd be surprised how.
Who's
how to
Kofi? He
know.
got dentures. Oh, young gummy. Hello.
You'd be surprised to know how hard gums
Gums
are.
are.
Maybe.
How
Oh, I don't.
Yes.
I think that's what he
How
meant. No, how hard gums are.
how
I don't know if
I
I,
don't
want to
think-
mess
I was
with
gonna say, I
somebody
don't
who could
think I
take their
wanna-
teeth out and put them in the glass. I'm just saying, nothing personal. But I don't think that's for, like if you take the top and the bottoms out and just that's a problem.
That's actually a turn
Just
off.
show up
Like, who
without
wants to
them
see
in
that
your
in the
mouth.
bedroom? That means to me that you are geriatric.
You should be here.
Right. Like, I'm old enough to be your grandson. I can't even make no
That's
comment.
a
LOL.
good
I don't think you want to know my answers. Please.
Definitely don't.
Please don't
Definitely don't.
Please don't comment.
Thanks for tuning in, though. We appreciate you.
We appreciate the love.
A quick
But-
whole bath, just a quick little split splash.
Home baths come in handy
They do.
for either before a quickie or after, because if you with your mate and y'all have a quickie like on a lunch break or something, you don't want to come to work smelling like six. You could. To me, you could smell it. In my opinion. So
I don't know if I necessarily care about smelling like sex.
But I think it's a
They
different
shouldn't be that
smell
close.
for
I think it
us.
depends on your sex smell too, though.
well, you have. I think with men, that smell might be a little stronger, but two men. So it's important for me.
Y'all got a different situation going on. For me personally,
Yeah.
especially being married, I can't lie. It's a lot I don't give a fuck about. 'Cause
I
I'm
think
like,
when
what
you're
you gonna
married,
say?
too, people
You
be
got
like,
comfortable.
she with her husband. Like
Exactly.
who
That's what I'm like.
cares?
What you gonna say? Like, I don't care.
And even if she wasn't, even if it was a different man, every day is her vagina, child, and she could do what she want to do with it. But
9 times
I'm the
out
type
of
of
10,
person
you
who
gonna
don't
smell
care.
the weed on me before sex anyway. So
child, that part.
But I do want to hear y'all worst experiences.
I just told you mine. That's this one that didn't say it.
Well, I
have a question for y'all too.
I never had a terrible experience where it was like, you must stop. I've always adjusted. I've always adjusted. So there have been people who have used a little too much teeth. And hey Berto.
Hi, Berto.
And when people use too much teeth, that is a turnoff, but I've always redirected them to my balls while I jagged off.
Yeah.
So like it's just like lick my
So
balls.
do y'all like suck on the balls too? I know you do.
You know I do.
Well, do y'all know that I've had situations actually with people who enjoy sucking dick where that's all they did was suck my dick and the transaction was over.
Oh.
So
That's boring.
That sucks.
You like
So no
Like
balls,
me.
no gooch.
No. I'm not saying no balls, no gooch. Like they want to suck my dick and it lasts for like 15, 20 minutes and then I don't have to do anything.
Oh,
That used
I've
to be
done
me.
that.
That
Sometimes
used
you
to
just
be
want
on
to
the
suck
app.
dick and go about your business.
Right. That used to be me on the app. I'm looking to suck some dick. I come over, whatever.
I mean, you see these cheekbones? I'll never need a facelift. You hear me?
Okay.
No, but seriously, sometimes it be like that. You just want to suck dick.
Yeah.
Go about your business.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm grateful for not any longer, but prior to when I was able to do that, I'm just grateful. I don't have to do anything. It's just okay.
Yeah. That was enough. Some people just get off on giving.
Yeah, they go home and jack off about it later, like afterwards and shit.
And it's the and for me, it's always just been I just like pleasing people and practicing. And
especially if they're verbal too.
I'm very verbal when it comes
some
to
moans or some.
Right. Yeah, I moan. I don't talk. I hate talking during sex. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hearing a man moan while getting oral pleasure, bitch, that would make me go turbo time. This nigga get crazy when that happens.
You said loose,
man. What? You said what? You moaning? Tear that ass up.
Your phone finna die. Jamal is.
So it's like, is hair a deal breaker for y'all?
Hair?
Or
please trim it. I like a Boosie fade.
Or do you like it
to the Michael
not
Jordan?
Boosie fade.
Boosie fade. Michael Jordan, please do not come to me with the Don King.
So for me, hair does hold a odor, but to me, to an extent, I don't mind the odor. I have that's one of my fetishes. I like you don't have to smell fresh, but. If it's like a forest down there, no ma'am, no ham, no spam, no turkey. No, let's get it together. Shave.
Yeah, no.
Luckily for me, I'd never have to worry about it because I really don't grow hair like that. So like, I haven't shaved down there probably in like
I get
3-4 years.
Yeah, and I was gonna share my experience earlier. I think probably one of the worst, and it was more because of who the person was versus like how good or whatever they were. So when I stayed on the east side. There's a guy I met up with who wanted to just suck my dick in the park, and it was cool. It was great. Pick me up. I thought it was gonna be cool. It was great. Right. And when he sent me pictures, it wasn't that bad. I could tell he was a little bit older, but like I could do a 40, whatever. But pick me up. I got in the car, and I was just like, he had a wig on. That was the first thing. And
was he white?
He was like Hispanic, and it was a very shake and go wig.
Not the shake and go.
That's very cheap.
It looked like it was shaking. It looked like it had to be shaked, and and I was like, maybe I can go through it or whatever. So we went to the park, and he was sucking in. I'm just like, I'm looking at the wig, and I'm looking at him, and I just was like,
we got the same blood.
I can't do it. And that was probably the worst, just because I'm like, I gotta go back home. I think I just stopped him. I was like, I gotta let my roommate in.
I had a situation like that. It wasn't for no sucking.
Excuse me.
Very much like
a little lint never hurt nobody.
A little lint never hurt nobody. Yes, it has.
I can see you choking on that too.
I will watch.
You so dramatic.
I was about to say that. I'm so dramatic. I do stuff sometimes without thinking, and then I have to think later. Like, I shouldn't have did that.
What's the question?
Have you ever ate vagina?
No. Yeah. Would I? Yes.
Amazing. I love you, sister.
Would I let a vagina eat me?
Yeah, I have.
She has.
I have. Because I feel like all we're doing is talking about sucking dick. No one's.
But I tried to turn it around.
I would eat the shit out of a bitch pussy. Like, yeah, I really believe that in my soul.
Now I used to be scared of eating pussy, like for real. But lately, I've been watching videos. No, I haven't. But lately, I've been watching videos.
Would you like to?
I'm actually interested. Not just to do. Just because, I mean, obviously,
because you won't have to
be with my dude, and like it could be a part. We can have a woman as a part of the experience. Ooh. However, I used to be scared of it, but lately I've been watching videos of like men eating girls out, and it just looks like, and the way they be moaning, it just like turned me on. And I've never been into bisexual porn. I always watch gay porn, except for like when I say gay porn, I mean like lesbian, girl on girl, or guy on guy. Right. Like I never watched it where it was like, oh. And so, like, I want to say, like, the pandemic, I've been, like, getting these feelings, like, okay.
You should try it.
A coach.
You should try it.
Well,
buy the butter rolls.
I think I never will say never, but I just think, you have to consider who you're dating and things like that. So you can't just go out and eat a cooch. Right. So I do think it's something I would like to try. No. At least once to say I did it.
Yeah, I feel like,
and I think I want to have sex with another girl too.
Another girl?
Yeah,
he did it once in
you didn't eat her out, did you?
No, I didn't eat her out.
Did she give you head?
She gave me head.
Did you like it?
That's what made my dick erect.
I heard her head was good.
Yeah, so like it made my dick erect in the first place. And then when we put it down,
I heard baby had skills.
She did.
pulled that.
It was very short though, because you have to think at the time I was I still am, but I was young, so I feel like it's different because I was very inexperienced with dealing with women. You know how many men had gave me head by the time she came and gave me
They
head.
got strong jaws.
Well,
They got strong jaws.
But I will say, based on that experience alone, the men's head was better. But I've heard that from bisexual men too, that head from men is better than from women. So
I ain't never thought to ask one of y'all that.
yeah. I've always heard that. That's not to say that that's gonna be the collective.
You've had both. What's your
Well, she didn't suck my dick.
Damn. Trump should have sucked his dick. So we
You know who would be a good
answer.
person to have on and a good person to ask this question? We should have thought about Matt.
Matt did used to be
Yeah.
straight for a moment.
But Matt
I
is to this day bisexual.
Oh,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I always forget that.
Yeah, Matt is bisexual.
You're right,
so
you're right.
we need to have an episode on bisexuality and have bisexual men and women on.
Mhm.
Sound like a plan.
Yes, and I love the way Rocky explains it when he talks about his sexuality. And I'm not gonna speak for him. I'm just gonna wait till he come on so he can say it himself.
Right. We're supposed to be sticking to oral pleasure, sir.
But yeah, we could talk about bisexuality one day because I feel like bisexual people do get overlooked. Bisexual threesomes are lit where everybody has to be completely comfortable in their own skin. Well, I would think that if you agree to it and you have a couple drinks,
yeah.
I think it's person specific. I don't know what he's
Wait,
referring
what?
to. That's person specific.
What?
Specific.
What is?
But he's bi too.
Yeah. Well, he's had. I don't know if he's bisexual anymore. I know that he's dated women and
Definitely had sex with women for sure.
and I don't want to be telling too much of his business because he's kind of
Right. Let me stop right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start right here.
Period. All right.
I think sexuality.
I'm gonna get me in
definitely-
trouble.
Sexuality is definitely on a spectrum, and I think you can know what you like or the main thing you like, but like being open to experiences or doing things, there's nothing wrong with that either. And I definitely think the stigma around that, or bi stigma, or guys can't do this and girls can do this. People should do it
So let me
all.
ask the women in the room if y'all had a bisexual experience and your man start like it was with a man and he starts sucking dick. Like, is that a deal breaker? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I probably wouldn't ever have sex with two men at one time anyway. So I don't think that would be possible to even happen.
said that before. You have said that before because you
It's
feel like
just
he's running a
nothing
train.
appealing about two dicks in my face at the same time, man.
Well, they
I would
won't
much
both
rather
be in your
have like
face
me, a woman,
at
and
the
a guy.
same time.
Sometimes they can be. I've seen it in the porn,
You right.
and I'm cool.
But okay, so would you
I've
be
seen it where about 12 dicks was waving in the bitch
But
face
that's
at one
different. That's
time. They
different.
was all
We just
waiting.
talking
I'm
about
like,
a
oh,
threesome.
listen. She knew what she was signing up for, but me, I'm
You know,
straight.
I don't really know
Sure.
how I would feel about that. I'm a pretty
well,
open
did
spirit.
you like to watch gay porn?
So I do watch gay
So would it
porn.
turn you on if your man
I
sucked
had
dick?
to.
I don't know. If he was doing it better than me, I might be a little jealous. It might become like a competition. Like right now, I don't know. Like, oh, so you've done this before, nigga? You holding secrets? Is that how you like it to be done? Like, I don't know. I think I'll take a little personal. Like, wait, what?
Okay, so what if your man was getting his dick sucked by another man? Would that turn you on more?
While he was eating you out.
Yeah, like he was eating you out and he's getting his dick sucked by another man.
I was just going to
depends.
say, if he doing it right, I mean, I probably don't even notice that he's
Right.
getting his
My
dick sucked by
eyes are
another man.
rolled back.
Like, I don't really,
Right.
I don't know. Like, you keep using the word as my man. I don't know.
Oh, okay, well, so
Like
you
my-
don't have a man?
I don't.
Okay.
She's
All
very
right.
single.
Well,
Very single.
okay. Well,
And
Anybody
open
listening
and mid-
Right. listen to the
I'm
boy.
always trying
My
to,
my
set
eyebrows
sister
not
up
done,
on
so
a
that's why I
blind
ain't on the
date.
camera right now. But I am
literally
Brittany's
do
older
all the
sister.
time. She be so sick of me.
She always pawning me off. She
Always.
always pawning me off to everybody. I had one guy text me who didn't even know my fucking name,
That
and I
was
told him my name was
hilarious.
Carla.
That was
Dude, you know what's
hilarious.
so crazy is when I was like younger, when I used to give fake names. I haven't had to do that in a while, but my fake name was Terrell.
Oh yeah, it was. Mine was Crystal. It's kind of weird. It was my
That's your
mom's
mama
name.
name.
Mine's is Ashley.
That's your real name.
No one believes me,
Oh, no one believes that your name is
and I do have a
Ashley.
bad memory. Don't act like you know me.
But I think you know what? Hearing what you said, I could have said my name is Don because it would be the truth.
Mhm.
but nobody was calling me that.
Nope.
And yeah, and but I know who would look at me and be like, "Oh, your name is Don." Well, maybe some people now, but
I used to use my middle name stuff. That way,
see.
I knew I wasn't supposed to be talking to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I grew up with my middle name being my name. So everybody who comes by my middle name, like, you know me from a child.
Yep.
Because you call me Akeem, or they say Akeem, then yeah, you know me for a little minute. But that's funny.
Right. And Brittany, I actually had a question too for you.
Yes.
Have you? Well, no, I guess you can share. You're pretty open with everything. Like, have you ever eaten man's ass as part of oral?
That was a low blink.
That
was a slow low blink. Like,
I knew the
my
answer to
sister in the
that.
room.
You know what's so funny
My
that you
sister in
asked
the
that?
room.
We actually was discussing this in me, her, and Lauren's group chat earlier today. So I'm looking at, because you know how she be riding for me. I was
Bitch,
gonna ride for
lie.
her. Like, are you gonna tell the truth for her?
Is we lying?
You know, that's what the slow blink. I'm like, is I gonna lie or am I about to tell the truth?
I was definitely.
I was gonna roll with the line.
It wasn't a repetitive thing, but I
Oh,
did
the slow
one.
blink. I'm like, the slow blink. She thinking.
Yeah.
She
I
thinking.
did
Is we
one.
telling the truth or is we lying?
I know. I had to think about it. I did one.
Okay. So did they ask
Let's-
for it, or
let's
you
be
just?
He
transparent.
definitely asked for it. It was not something I volunteered whatsoever.
Did you think that made him any less of a man?
No,
No.
Okay.
actually.
Oh, you've done it before?
I just thought he was really freaky.
Come on
Yeah.
What was
now.
the question?
Did you lay on his back and put his feet to the air like a baby?
No,
No.
he was on his couch, but he did put his feet to the air like a baby.
Was he masturbating?
I mean, what's the
I
masculine
don't know.
way to
I
get
was-
your ass ate?
There is no masculine way. I mean, I've done it in the 69 position. It was, I mean,
It was
Oh.
extremely clean though. He was like fresh out of the shower. I had
Definitely.
really appreciated that. Absolutely.
oh, he knew.
Absolutely. But I mean, if
Definitely
if you planning something like that, you should be clean. Like that should be given.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. I just have heard so many women say that a man is gay because he likes his ass, but I like to ask straight men, like, do you know your G-spot is in your ass?
I don't even care. I just feel like. All right. I just feel like
Yeah.
the
When you
question
blink
of it-
wrong, you gay. I'm like, man,
I heard someone
That's time
say
for
that.
that.
If you wipe your ass because you put your finger across your asshole, that you were gay. So you rather
that
walk
made
around
me
smell like
mad
shit.
You better
because
not have
technically
no
I do the
skeet
laundry.
stains in
I
your
don't want to see no
drawers.
skid marks in your drawers because you ain't want to wash your ass correctly because you're afraid somebody gonna think you gay. They ain't in the stall with you.
That's
no
called
way. Fuck 'em.
toxic and fragile.
That's
Fragile
nasty, is what it is.
masculinity.
Mixed together.
It's
It's fragile.
nasty
Right.
and trifling. Wipe your ass.
It's
Men,
nasty.
men wipe your ass.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Right.
It's and I feel like it's sex. So
If you're having it with a woman,
and nothing
about it is gay.
because you're doing everything with a woman.
Right.
Does she want to put her finger up there?
Now,
She wanna
pegging
lick
is
it?
the only thing that make me be like,
Pegging is like that little eyebrow.
That's
Like
the only thing I'll be like, nah, I don't know now.
I'm not into pagan, but when you say the G-spot is in the asshole.
But
I mean,
how
it
big is
is,
the
but-
I just think
dildo
it's
or the
freaky, like,
strap on?
if the-
Like,
Because the girl might just really be into like, you know, dominance and like just freaky. And,
that
like,
too.
and he might be it's some
Yeah.
submissive men
I
sexually.
love
So
it. I love it. Gay for a man to enjoy watching another man have sex. No, because we do it all the time with porn.
yeah, I mean, when you think about it, like if
I
a
plead the
straight
fifth.
man is watching a straight porn, he is watching
How you
another
gonna
man
plead
enjoy having
Because
sex.
we're talking about oral sex.
So-
We're not talking about dominatrix right now.
Wait, are you into
No.
dominatrix?
Hey, oral sex is a topic.
Oh, we gotta have you.
Oral sex
That's another
is a
topic.
topic.
Dominatrix. When you camera ready, we can have you on for a dominatrix.
Yeah, because these brows, I'm over here looking like Bert.
And we can have you on for that, darling.
Definitely.
Crazy people.
I'm not even gonna say my opinions right now, but
And with oral sex, these because I feel like this topic's so broad. Questions come. Where do y'all like a person to finish? Where do y'all like the cum to go?
Where the fuck you want to?
Yes.
I guess if you are specifically doing oral,
are you when you're receiving or when you're giving?
When you're giving, and they're like, "Oh, I'm about to come," and they be like, well, "Where do you want it at?"
So previous
I
to
would
I don't
say
have a one. I'm just
wherever.
like wherever you want it.
well, you can't come in my hair.
I can take
I'm
it
natural.
off and wash it.
I am too. I
Protein
have
is
dreads,
good.
but
Protein is good for your hair.
because I just gonna feel compelled to wash it. My OCD gonna kick in like you need to wash your hair, bitch. Like
That's
it's
fine.
coming your hair.
That's
Okay.
fine.
And I might be too because sometimes it depends on the time. Because every time I have sex, it's not convenient to get up and wash my hair next. Like if I'm too intoxicated or if it's a quickie on work. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time. Like not quickie on work. I don't have sex at work. Let me be clear. On lunch break. On lunch break. If you have a quickie when I'm off y'all time and it's my time, them 30 minutes, I can do what I want to do. Y'all not y'all. So if I
don't know, man. You might still get written up for that. I did. Well, not for sex, but I was drinking on my lunch break. And they rolled me up for that. And I'm like, damn, I clocked out for a whole hour and I wasn't driving. God
wait,
damn.
did they see you drinking?
Apparently, like a customer or somebody who knew I worked where I worked called and told my boss that I had to drink. And I had to prepare my lies.
Yeah.
So I wasn't prepared for her to ask me.
It was a virgin.
If I had a drink on my lunch.
Well, that would never happen to me because I can't drink at work because there's a very big difference between me sober and me drunk. That is,
Lord.
you will know I've been drinking.
I bet.
Yes. Like that's what Lando say. He always be like, "Oh, Donnie's," even though I'm already loud. It's like Donnie's screaming, Donnie drunk. And I don't think I would get drunk off of one shot, but I would just be paranoid because I tried before. I'll be paranoid that everybody can smell it or they can tell I'm acting different.
I'd be at work high, drunk.
Well, get high is pretty much normal to me for a lot of people.
Now when your bag is loud as mine.
So I mean, Bert, nobody. So
I think someone wrote face shots earlier.
I didn't even get out everything I wanted to say. We kept segueing off. Sorry.
We could do an oral sex.
I had wanted to list the commandments that were sent to us.
We could do a part 2. I don't understand why y'all feel like this
And
the
the one
end
I
all
added.
be all. Y'all acting like somebody got murdered.
Still got 10 minutes.
My added one, and I was waiting to explain that, and it was funny because when I was at work, I was telling my coworker, and she was like, "Oh, bitches, you gonna show us on the dildo?" And I'm like, "I can't because what I'm gonna do is gonna be in my throat, and it's like, how do you show that? You can't.
We need a
You
camera.
need like a camera or something. Like you can't do it."
So, do you feel like so what you're saying is like there's techniques, there's a way.
Yes, because I don't have a gag reflex. So.
Tell us what are the go-tos.
One of my favorite moves is to deep throat that dick and squeeze the head with this part of my throat here.
Okay, I need to learn that.
It's really,
hold on.
effective.
Have you ever done this? This is something that I enjoy, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you do it to Doug or not, but like when you deep throat the dick, and then you're able to, like when you get to the bottom, to the base, and you're able to lick the balls at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
I've been trying to gobble the balls and the dick at the same time. Like I try to fit it all in my mouth.
When you can do that,
like just
you gotta relax
like a sandwich.
Throat goat.
Yes.
You gotta relax.
Now, I don't know if I'll ever be to that
and
level.
Just let it lay in there.
I think that
It's
for
possible.
me, especially as I enter in having verse relationships, I'm just gonna have to start offering ass more because I'm like, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Deep as you want to hear, but
I can't do that.
That it's effective. Trust me.
But definitely when you could get to the base and lick the balls.
And then the pepper shaker.
Now, see, I don't like because I don't know if you know this, but people who are uncircumcised are extra sensitive already. Sex feels better for us. So
I didn't know. I don't deal with your type.
all of that. You don't like
type.
we're gonna have to get into this on the second one because uncircumcised dicks. I like to get into these conversations because I am uncircumcised, and
We can have the combo.
we definitely should.
I don't like a turtleneck. I'm sorry.
Well, I pull the skin back, and you can't tell. So
That's true.
Yeah, hold it back the whole time though. You can't let it go.
But it
Not
depends
the whole
on how much
time.
skin. It depends
Not
on how
the
much.
whole
Because some
time.
people have
How
more
it's
skin
cut
than
and
others.
everything.
It depends on how it's cut. For me, if I pull it back, it can
you're
come
erect?
up, but for the most part, it can stay where it's at. Especially because
You're erect. That's the word.
I'm not a small guy. So
Let me see.
right.
I've been saying the same thing forever.
Show me now.
I
should have kept
actually
watching
showed
his
on the
live when he
X-rated
got
episode.
naked.
I showed you before, and you didn't believe it was me. You thought I was lying.
Really?
Yes, you said
photo?
that's not
After
you.
hours.
You
You
said
sent her a
because my
photo?
no, I was in at my like when I was dating Anthony, and I showed the room, in front of him. Yes, I was like 24 years old, and you said it wasn't me because it was
we used
dark.
to drink so much.
It was dark. My penis is darker than me. So you said that's not you.
A lot of guys.
It's dark skin. It's dark skin. Why it's so dark? I'm like, Brittany, that's me. What?
That do sound like some shit I would say too.
So I was like, girl, what I'm gonna pull out?
Because he's so pale, so it was like.
Especially right
like,
now,
put some
winter is
makeup on
not
it and
being
came
nice
out.
to me. It's I need summer and I need a tan. Not a big fan of deep throat. Just get it sloppy, then stroke me while sucking my ball. Okay.
I mean, that could work.
That works.
I have tricks for balls too. We just don't have enough time.
Do y'all
for that.
wait? One last question, then we can read it. Well, I guess I don't know if this applies to women, but I want everybody to answer it because if you like giving it this way or receiving it this way for us, but do you like the more clean or sloppy?
Sloppy,
Sloppy.
choppy,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page with
Yes.
that one. So
Yeah.
I like
Just
getting
get
it sloppy.
mannish.
Man, once I saw Superhead, she like deep throated the dick and then she left this trail of spit. I've been trying to get that move down ever since I seen that damn porn. That bitch is an innovator.
Yeah.
You said who?
Superhead.
Superhead. Superhead. Superhead.
I should have known that was coming. I should have been prepared for that.
I think we're out of time, y'all.
1:30. Yeah.
So we can. Do y'all want to make this a part 2, or because I don't feel like this is complete.
I think we have a
Yeah,
part
let's
two
do a
with a
part
guest,
2 because
with a
I didn't
guest.
get it all out.
Yeah,
I
have
'cause
more to
all the
say.
other episodes feel kind of like more final, even though I don't always get to say everything I want to say. They did feel kind of like final. This feel like the door
is
is
just-
open.
The door is very
knew it.
So
I knew
it's such a
episode was gonna
variety,
be
though.
it.
Such a variety.
Yep, the TV show.
Yeah.
Just go straight to the dick.
Yes. So next
Straight
episode,
dick.
Straight to the
or
door.
we can
Not
see.
just
I don't
dick.
know how much we can go, but we can still plan for
Not
it at the end. But if just in case we don't have enough material, I doubt it. But just in case.
I don't know. I feel like we can open it up with this and end it.
Yeah,
I was
next
kinda
episode.
shocked.
You know what? He's right. Next episode, let's just go straight to the dick. We just gonna come in and tell you about
Straight
our
to the
week
oral.
and go straight to the
Straight
dick.
to the oil, straight to the mouth, straight in your face.
Straight
to the
in
dog.
your face. Right there.
Straight to the throat.
Straight in your face.
Walk in and just offer them some
Right.
refreshments.
Yes,
Right,
offering
I
the
had some
horizontal
this morning. He
refreshments.
put it in his mouth. Well, when I finished,
Oh,
put it in his mouth. I was like, wow.
I haven't had sex in like over a week.
Put the nut in his
I'm
mouth.
saying some things.
That's sad.
No, I mean
No, that's cool.
It is
I
sad.
think it's cool.
No, well, to me, I'm not.
'Cause I'm
I'm,
very
not
on
like.
and off.
Like that doesn't mean I haven't came or I haven't done
Oh,
Oh,
anything.
you
Okay.
haven't had sex with a person.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I haven't had sex with a person in about 3 weeks.
Oh God.
No, I
know.
don't want to say too much because I don't want to get a talking to,
Yeah,
but
it be on
I
and off
definitely have done
sometimes.
some stuff.
Like especially with work and busy in school, and sometimes
Yeah.
you just want to enjoy that person's company. As lame as that sounds.
Yeah, and I do
No.
be tired, and I do like when I be. It's like trying to make time for everything I got going on, child. It's hard, it's difficult, and I appreciate.
Is
Shout out
Mimi
to you
still
for
listening to this? I need a
Who?
charger for my Rose.
Most times, me and Doug are too tired, like during the week and stuff. But as soon as we have a moment,
Did
it's
you
a
put
wrap.
it this whole
But that's
time?
dope though too. I think. I mean, it's all.
I'm glad the
dope.
camera wasn't up my nose.
I think it's all.
We
dope.
still recording.
I know. I'm just keeping it all the way. I had a booger this whole time, and nobody told me or nobody
Where?
saw it.
I didn't even see.
I
your
just
bird.
got it out. I just went like this. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Well,
Oh
at least
my
when
God.
people listen on Monday,
Shiesty.
they'll see it. They'll hear about it.
I don't think they saw it in the cameras either.
I don't think they saw it either.
I
I'm just too
didn't see it.
transparent.
It was in that nostril. How's I
yeah,
gonna see
I don't
it?
know.
I thought it was a gray hair. I apologize.
It was great.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Gray hair, dude.
You're fine. But
I got gray hairs.
I got gray hair on my balls. But we'll talk about this.
Right, but we'll talk about aging and the bar.
Vintage.
But definitely, it's
Yeah.
been a dope episode, oral sex. And look forward to, we're gonna look forward to oral sex part 2 because clearly
We're
this
not done.
umbrella that was big as hell
Mhm.
and the rain is just
We have
keep
not covered
dripping.
everything.
We covered half. We covered the surface. We only
And I want to talk more about pussy next episode as well. So we're
Absolutely.
definitely
Ooh.
or vagina, not to be disrespectful,
Vagina.
not to be crass.
Oh, that's so cute.
vagina, pussy,
But that pussy
punani,
will be more talked about next
cats.
episode.
Yes, get into some questions for these ladies and ask some questions.
Maybe
that I want
Donnie
to
will
ask how to
have
get to.
eaten some before the next
Oh.
episode.
Well,
Probably
I ate
not.
some.
He had
Oh,
to
you
find
had.
it
Oh,
first.
see, I missed that. Did we? Okay, next
I
time.
didn't reveal that I ate
Oh,
vagina.
just gonna leave
Oh,
us with
recently?
the cliffhanger. Leave us with the cliffhanger.
Oh, right.
You gonna ask him
So-
recently like his man?
Oh shit. Well, I mean, recent could be
Hey,
2 years. Okay.
Close the show.
Okay.
Close it out.
Okay.
We love y'all. Tune in next week.
We are outta here.
Horizontal Refreshments is dope.
All right, Donnie C. Sonnet. Oh, goodbye.
Thank y'all for tuning in.